Welcome to your practice. Today we focus on activating our inner thighs, our rotators and glutes. So it's going to be a very much lower body focused practice. We don't need any props and we begin right away laying onto our back just to wake up the center of the body. So if you can come laying on your back with your feet parallel, just as wide as your knees, as wide as your hips, and your hands on your hips. Allow the elbows to soften to the side and feel the length of your tailbone all the way to the front of the mat. Your 10 toes are pointing forward. Right away we move into a bridge. So we curl the tailbone under and then lift up one vertebra at a time. Try to maintain the chest open, gentle squeeze of the glutes at the top and then roll all the way back and down with control. And we keep going. So round the back, zip your belly button in, press from the feet to lift it up. And then slowly roll back and down. So if you need a little bit more support, your hands can come down to the side of the hips, but hands on the hips can give you a good feedback to check they are really moving at the same time. Once you reach the top, make sure ribs and hips are gently hugging in and then roll back and down. Just one more time for the spine. Breathing in, exhale, curl your tailbone and push from the feet to roll up. And then massage all the way back and down to the floor. Nice. Bring your left leg at tabletop. Take your hands all the way to the back of the mat. Keep your ribs hugging in, breathe in, exhale, lift your arms, lift the chest and reach forward. Fingertips can go to the side of your legs. And again, inhale, lower your head, trace your fingertips all the way back, exhale, lift it up. And you're trying your best not to collapse in the lower back. So everything that happens here is simply ribs knit towards each other, they move forward and you're stretching your fingertips to the front. If you want to progress, you're going to lengthen your leg 45 degrees angle as you reach back. And as you exhale again, bend your knee, reach at the top, nice and slow. Breathing into lengthens. You can get a deep connection through the abdominals and feel the hips are anchoring down completely. One more like this, breathing into lengthen. Exhale to lift it up. Now hold the stillness there and just pump your arms fast. Press, 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 press. Like a single leg 100s. Try not to move the leg. It's harder than it looks not to move the leg and only pump the arms. Let's go for 10, 9, good, 8, 7. Lift the shoulders up, 6, 5, 4. Everything else still, 3, 2, 1. Release your head. And lengthen your arms back, pick up your right knee at tabletop. Hug the ribs in, so make sure the lower back doesn't arch more than that. As your next exhale, lift your arms forward, head and shoulders off the floor. Inhale, come down. And exhale, stretch your arms forward. And you can stop with the arm just above the abdominal wall. Breathing in. So keep going. See if you can maintain the lower back always the same as your ribs knit in. You want to lift off the shoulder blades. And you may feel it in your upper abdominals as you stay at the top. Option 2, progress and lengthen. Arms and legs away from each other, breathing in. And as you exhale again, come all the way back and up. Breathe in to lengthen. And exhale, take it at the top. Good. You can breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Or if you feel fatigued, you can take an exhalation through your mouth sometimes. Let's take one more like this. Make sure the hips untwist. When you're ready, lift at the top and take mini pulses down, down, down. This is your 100. The arms are beating fast just up the abdominal wall. Lift the shoulders high, zip your belly in, and keep everything still. The legs try not to wiggle, which is not easy, but do your best. 5, only 4, keep going faster. 3, last 2, and 1. Release your head, bring your knees to the chest, rock gently right and left. We're ready to go into a juicy inner thigh and hamstring work. Cross your legs to your ankles and place your feet on the floor. Try to keep your feet quite close to you. Unless your knees are uncomfortable, you just walk forward. But make sure you have a solid push from the feet. Hands to the side of your body, big inhale, exhale. Curl your tailbone under, lift your hips, lower back, middle back, upper back. As you stop at the top, ribs are still hugging in and then roll back and down with control. And a couple more. So push from the feet, roll it up. You will notice that your knees will want to open. Can you keep them together and really focus on the burning sensation that builds up from the top of your inner thighs? One vertebra at a time, lift. Your shoulders are pressing down the floor. And then slowly come down. And your eyes can just be up to the ceiling so you can feel your neck is long, there is no tension on the top of the shoulders. And it is quite hard sometimes to lift the hips and not to arch the back. So find your best way to lift the hips high without collapsing in your lower back. So hips go high, back of the chest pushes down. Think about lengthening your tailbone diagonally up. And stop whenever you feel you're losing that connection between your ribs and your hips. Okay, on the next one, you can just stay at the top and take a mini pulses. So lift the hips up and just pulse, up, hold, and up, hold. Notice how interesting it's the feeling of lifting up and maintaining the knees together. So right away, you're working your inner thighs. If you feel any discomfort in your knees and your hips, take a rest. For any reasons, you can just come back with the feet into parallel position as you did before. That's also fine. We just go 5 more. Open the chest. Good. 4, 3. Stay up 2. Next one, hold it at the top and just open your knees a little wider and then a big squeeze in. Open your knees ever so slightly, squeeze in. So as your knees go wide, not too wide really, because they will be blocked by the feet. You're working a little bit the rotators, but then you want to have a big squeeze in the thighs. Keep hugging the abdominals in, lengthen through the fingers, squeeze, squeeze. Let's go 5 more. Little open, little squeeze, and the 4. Squeeze it in, well done. 4, 3, almost done. We have one last thing coming up, 2. Squeeze, squeeze, 1 more. All right, now take a little pulse up as you lift the hips up. Only 10 seconds from now, you're also gonna squeeze your knees. Lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. Oh, squeeze, last 8, lift, squeeze. 7, push the floor away, 6. It's 5, keep breathing, 4, only 3, squeeze 2, and 1, and release. Shake your legs quickly. And then release your feet. Feet together, knees apart. Have a moment to release your inner thighs. Bring your hands behind your head. We're gonna go back to abdominals. Big inhale, exhale, lift the head, lift your shoulders up. Inhale, raise everything down. And exhale, ribs, hug in, lift the chest. Go down, and then cut it up. Again, place all your attention to the upper abdominal area. Your ribs are coming in and down, and nothing really is happening in the lower back. You're gonna have 2 more like this. Lift up and up, and then we introduce a twist and take it down. Good, on the next one, hold it at the top and twist the chest to the right without moving your knees. Come back to center and twist to the left. So I invite you to keep your elbows wide and your shoulders off the floor. You twist right and right. Bring it center and left. Bring it center, good. So shoulders as high as you can make them. Keep some space between your chin and the chest and maintain your knees still. Yeah, 1 more each side. You're just gonna go to the left. Now as you stay to the right, take mini pulses. So your chest is spinning towards the right knee. Your both shoulders are off the floor and you take mini pulse, up, hold, good. If you want to take this a little stronger, we're going to lift the right foot off the floor into a diamond, maybe the left. Feet, toes touch, knees stay wide, little lift. And you're twisting your chest but not the hips. So the left hip stays on the floor. Lift up 8, only 7. Feet can be on the floor if you prefer. 6, mini, 5. We just go 4 more from the top in 3, and 2, and 1. Release your feet one by one. Release your chest into the middle, breathe in, exhale, lift the chest up. Let's go again, side to side. We're gonna twist to the left, just a little faster, and to the right. Lift, twist, lift, twist. You're just gonna go a little faster into that rotation. Your legs may wanna move, but you just keep them pressing down. Ribs in, only 4 more. Twist, elbows wide, 3, long neck, 2, and 1. Now twist all the way to the other side to the left, and take again those mini pulses, up and up. So this goes upper abdominals, and there is a little bit of waking up to the obliques, hopefully. If you have an easy time, lift your feet, 1 and 2. A little pulses, lift it up and up. And the challenge is not to collapse on the left side. Stay centered with the hips and just rotate your chest. Nice, only 5 more. Good, it's 4. Last 3, we're out. In 2, in 1, return to center, bring your knees to the chest. Rock side to side. We go the second side of that bridges. So cross the other front, foot in front. If you forget, do the crossing that feels less natural to you. That might be the one you haven't done yet. So feet on the floor, press your palms down to the side, open across the chest. So try to keep your knees together, breathe in, exhale, curl your tailbone, lift the hips up. And again, full range of roll all the way back and down with control. You're gonna take it up. Press the floor away with the fingers, your shoulders, your feet, and then come back and down. What you don't want to do is to lift so high that your back arches, because this becomes a work for the back, and this is not what we want right now. Right now we want hamstrings, abdominals engaged, so stop the hips as soon as you feel to go higher, you need to arch the back. Yeah, and then as you build up strength with the legs, you will be able maybe to go higher without disrupting your neutral spine. So keep ribs and hips gently hugging in. It's less about the back, it's much more about the legs. Press to lift. We take a couple more, finding a beautiful connection between your knees. So if they open, that's natural, but do your best to remember to squeeze them back. One more like this, lift up and up. Bring it down and down. Now we're gonna stay at the top and take those mini pulses. Lift the hips up and up. Keep your eyes up to the ceiling and try to relax your face, even if I know it's not an easy one, this one, especially if you try to keep your knees together. Very challenging. Lifting and holding, good. Lift, hold, find a pose at the top every time. Keep breathing, you just go 10. It's 9 and we just close and open in 8. Go 7. Lift up 6, lengthen through your tailbone 5. It's 4, push 3, last 2 on the next one, hold at the top. You open your knees, ooh, that feels good, and now squeeze them back and in. Open your knees a bit more, squeeze them in. It's so important we have strength in your inner thighs as much as we have into the outer glutes to keep our hips balanced. So good to prevent injuries, especially as we grow older, making sure all the muscles around the hips are functioning properly to stabilize when we get a bit looser there. You go out and out, we squeeze it in, nice. Out and out, it burns so much. 3 more, out and out, squeeze it in. Final push coming up, 2. Keep breathing, last 1. It's a pulse up, little lift, little lift. Now as you lift, you also squeeze. Lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. I know. 8, lift, squeeze, 7, 8, 6, you're out in 5. Go 4, breathing, 3, breathing, 2, and 1, done. Whew. Take your knees to the chest, rock. And once again, we're gonna release the legs this time. So keep your legs long, just begin with. You can keep your legs as wide as your mat. Place your hands behind your head, elbows wide, breathe in, exhale, lift the head, lift your shoulders. Again, inhale. So you're gonna keep the heels pushing down to the floor a couple of times, just waking up the upper abdominals as your legs release. So push the heels down, lift the chest high and high, and bring it down. 3 more like this. Lift and lift, bring it down. Good. Last 2, we're gonna do this with a bit more extra challenge, lifting 1 leg at a time. 1. So it goes like this. Bring your legs right in front of you now. Try to keep your heels on the floor. Lift your left leg up. You can keep your foot flexed. At the same time, you're lifting your chest and twisting towards the left. If it feels good, right arm goes to the side of the leg. This is the position you come back to. Now you just release to the floor, leg, arms, and head. Exhale, lift up, twist to the left. Your right leg is super heavy, it doesn't move, and take it down and down. 1 more slow so we have it. Right leg pushes so you can stabilize and twist and bring it down. A little faster. We lift and lift, so you're stretching your hamstrings at the same time. You lift and lift. Now if this feels too fast, obviously slow it down. If it feels a bit too much to ask to your back, I would suggest keep your knee bent and just to the upper body. This is already a lot, but you avoid having to lower and lift the leg, which requires lots of control in your back. 3 more, lift up, bring it down. Yeah, your choice if you want legs straight or bent. And up and up. Good. On the next one, hold the stillness at the top. And we're gonna go again into mini pulses. Reach and rip, a little twisting. So you're wrapping your abdominals, keeping your legs super still. If you're having an easy time, point your toes of both feet and lift the top leg a couple of inches off the floor. This is a scissors position. Only find a spot where your back is good, your hips untwist, and you feel a good activation in your upper abdominals. Let's go for 8, 8, 7. Whatever you choose, stay high with the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Release with control. Breathe. We're gonna take the same thing to the other side. So flex your feet to begin with. Lift your right leg up. Lift the chest. Left arm to the side of your leg. You're twisting both shoulders off the floor. Inhale, lower everything down. Arm, head, and leg. Exhale, lift and twist. Again, inhale. Feel a nice squeezing in the right side of your waistline. You have a spring. And your left leg is heavy the whole time. And this is what helps you stabilize the hips. Push anything which is touching the floor so the rest of the body can move more freely. So again, if that full range is a bit too strong, you can absolutely keep it smaller. Maybe bend the knee, even keep your legs still as you move your upper body. Careful, the left hip when you twist and lift, may want to lift, don't let it happen. You go, couple more, reach and reach, bringing it down. Last 2. We stay for the pulse. Last one, hold it at the top. Now stay there, mini pulses up and up. Both shoulders off the floor. Yes, ribs in, left hip down. Reach, hand reach. Be more challenging, point your toes of both feet. Float your bottom leg. A place where your lower back feels good in control. Tailbone is long, reach. Yeah, both shoulders off the mat. Neck long for 8, only 7, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest, rest. Rock gently right to left, and then when you're ready, come and sit. We're gonna move into side body work. So we begin with a little bit of a glutes work. So right elbow is bent, and your bottom knee is bent in front of you. Left leg is long. So this is a variation of side kick. If your shoulders are tight, just lay on your side. Okay, open the chest, hips one on top of the other, top leg lifts. Flex your foot. We're gonna go into side kick. We kick forward, and then we brush to lengthen back. And again, kick forward and forward, and then brush and lengthen back. So a couple of pointers here. Chest doesn't move. Like if you were looking yourself in the mirror, everything is still. The only thing moving is your leg. So the leg swipes back and you're resisting, hugging the abdomen deeper. When your leg goes forward, try not to tuck your tail. You swipe it back, always at the same level, like a brush in a table. This is waking up our side glutes and giving again the hamstrings a moment to release after that quite interesting bridge set and lengthen. Neck is long, bottom is pushing down. 2 more. Forward, take it all the way back. Nice, last one, reach forward and forward. No movement through the hips. Now hold the leg in front of you and take mini circles. Choose where you want to keep the leg. It can be very close to you. It can be more backwards. Your knee can be bent. All you're doing is just circling to switch again the side of the glutes. Try to keep your legs slightly above the hips. So it's okay to keep it low if you feel tired. If you still have energy here, try to lift it up. Press down to open the chest more. 5, reversing 4. Good, 3, last 2 and 1. Reverse your circle, making it small and super long. I'm thinking about quality and length rather than huge movements here. Circle 5, circle 4, almost done. 3, we're gonna go into a twist, 2 and 1. Hold the leg there. Bring your hands behind your head. The leg swipes back and you're gonna twist. Maybe the elbow touches the floor, and then you pull the knee into the chest and spin the chest in the other direction. Again, lengthen your legs high, diagonally back, maybe tap the floor and take it in. So slow motion, you lengthen, zip your abdominals in, keep it high, tap, and then bring it in. Okay, we're gonna go a little faster. We reach back, we take it front. It's a lot of work in the bottom arm as well. So if your bottom arm is tired, you're more than welcome to rest on the floor and do what you can with the upper body. You might not be able to move that fast, that much. If the leg begins to lower, keep it high when you go back. It's a work for the back too. Reach, let's go 4. Reach back, very good. 3, reach back. Last 2 and back. Last 1. Now hold it there. Keep your chest facing towards the floor, leg high, mini pulses up and up to finish. Option to bring your fingertips to the floor, that's also fine. Hug the abdominals deeper, collarbones wide, lift and lift. It's your last 10. 9, go 8, 7, pressing 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we all come down laying on the arm now. Switch your legs, which means top leg is gonna come in front of you a little bit with the toes on the floor, bottom leg is gonna be straight. We move into inner thigh again. Depending on your flexibility, you may be able to bring the foot quite close to you on your tiptoes. You can also block it with your hand. You may wanna keep the foot a bit lower down. That's absolutely fine. So just make sure your toes are touching the floor, even the heel if you like to, and you try to open your knee sideways. The bottom leg is gonna lift. So keep your leg parallel, push down through the floor, lift the leg up. Just a couple of inches will be enough. Lower and lower, and then lift it up. Good. So, a couple of things. The alignment is not that simple here. Most important, your hips are one on top of the other, and there is no collapse in your waistline. So ideally, you can think about try to lift off the floor. So the hips are truly stuck, you're not collapsed down. If you're truly keeping the hips one on top of the other, and imagine you have a little bit of space from the waistline and the floor, the leg will not lift very high. The bottom is pointing forward, toes stretching back, and you're just really gonna go up at the top of the inner thighs. And if you want, hand on the hip to balance. Lift up and up, take it down. You may notice the bottom hip is a bit uncomfortable sometimes, so you can double up your mat. So sometimes it's just really how the bones are shaping to the hips. If you're very protrudent, if they are prominently going out, you may want to have some padding if the bones feel uncomfortable. Take 2 more like this. Lift up and up. Bring it down. On the next one, hold at the top and take mini pulses. Lift and lift. Feel free to close your eyes. Nothing moves. Try not to just move your big toe. It's easy to move the foot. It's harder to move from the top of the leg, but that's where you want to go. We literally have 10 and you're out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay, we need to go to the other side. Send your legs to the other side, ready for your first side kick. Left elbow bent under your shoulder, bottom knee bent. I like to keep foot as one, kind of parallel to the front of the mat, pushing down, top leg long. Okay, open across the chest. This is like a side plank. Shoulders lift, zip your belly, flex your toes. We're gonna go forward and forward, and then point your toes to reach back. And you can always slow it down. If you are uncertain, if you need a bit more time to connect, that's absolutely fine to go slower. Do your best to maintain the top hip completely still. And when you brush your leg, it's always at the same level. When you go back, chances are this knee wants to bend. Can you keep it straight? And just go where you can, feeling a stretch into the front of the hip. So if that's available, keep your legs really straight. And now notice how hard your muscles in the torso have to connect to stop you from rolling backwards or from curling under. So the spine is always the same. Stretching the front of the hip and the back. Okay, let's take 2 more. Just warming up this leg and reach. 1 more. Okay, as your leg comes forward wherever you want, point your toes, mini circle and circle. You're pushing down through the bottom elbow so the chest is open. You're not collapsed in your shoulder. You're building up strength in your lats and your obliques. Little circle. If you have an easy time, lift the leg a little higher. Good. We just go 5 more. 5, only 4, and 3. We circle the other way around, 2, and 1. Ready? Circle up and around. Up and around. If you need to bend the knee, that's also fine. You'll still feel the good work in your mid glutes. Make the circle small, the leg stretched out. We just go 5 to that rotation. 4, you go 3. Nice, last 2 and 1. All right, now you're gonna swipe your leg behind you. Take your hands behind your head. Lift the leg up and twist the torso. Maybe the elbow touches the floor. Nice click in my back, and then twist knee to chest. And again, lengthen back behind you, tap down. So your leg lifts high when you go low with the head, and then you return. 1 more leg, slow like this. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Belly button stays in, and take it in. Let's go a little faster. You stretch back, and you take the twist. Your bottom knee is absolutely still. Bottom knee and bottom elbow are the ones that really keep your bottom part of the body solid, so the top part can move freely. Push down. Yes, if you feel a burn into the top leg, I'm with you. Try to keep it long and high, and your belly is in. All right, you go 5 more. Reach it back. 4. Last 3. Reach back, long. 2. Reach back, and last 1, we're gonna stay. Hold the leg long behind you, look down, maybe hand on the floor, mini pulses up. So you're spiraling your chest, lengthen your leg, you should feel your glutes on fire here. 5 more, lift 4, long spine, 3, 2, 1, done. Release your bottom arm down, let's get into our inner thighs again. So we switch the legs. The bottom leg is gonna be straight, and you really have the outer foot touching the floor. The front leg, you place it where you can. So toes on the floor, you can block it with your hand. You can go a little bit downwards, toes on the floor, knee up. Yeah. Any other solution you may come up with, take them. Make sure the hips are stuck one on top of the other, and your fingertips are either on the floor or on the hip. Okay, ready? Breathe in. Exhale, lengthen your bottom leg and lift it up. Down and down, and lift it up. Now try to keep your spine straight, like you're just standing and lifting and lowering your leg. Think about big toe pointing up, little toe pointing down. So you're truly parallel, which means your knee is pointing forward where your nose is pointing. And again, have a quick check for yourself. Can you feel Your hips are so aligned one on top of the other that naturally there is a gap between the waistline on the floor. Even if there is not a gap, you can feel that you're not collapsed all the way down. Yeah, so it's a little sensation of lifting up. It doesn't have to happen, it's more of an intention, just to making sure you're not disrupting the shape of your spine. You still want to be straight from the crown to the tail. And instead of thinking I'm moving my foot, which is easy, think about moving the top of the thigh all the way up. 2 more like this, like as long as you can. Last one, hold it at the top and take just mini pulses. Lift and lift. Maybe test your balance. If the bones of the bottom hip are a bit uncomfortable, that's normal. Feel free next time you do it to pad a little bit more. Place a towel, place a blanket. Lift, lift. Small, always with a stop at the top. Only 10 more. 9. You're 8, 7, breathe 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. Find your way all the way down on your belly. And then very gently push yourself into a quick child's pose. Release your inner thighs. You're gonna finish off here with a beautiful plank set. So coming on your hands, allowing your shoulders right on top of your hands, tuck your toes, extend your legs back. Take a moment to lengthen through the hamstrings. This is it. We will get the left knee to the chest first. So left knee to the chest, then you're opening left shin, left knee to the side, like you're opening a book, wrap out. Yeah, everything, foot included, come back to center and re-step back. Right knee to the chest, nothing moves, belly in. Move your right shin, right knee to the side, feel a stretch in your inner thighs. Come back to center, take it down. We keep alternating, left knee in, open, foot and knee to the side, center. These are your glutes working again. You go in and obviously your core and your arms. Take it in, bring it down, keep going. In, out, in, back, and again, in, out, in, back. One more, now you stay on the left side. Only close the knee in, open it out. Yeah, knee in, open it out. Spine is straight. If you need to recover, right knee on the floor. You just do this, you're still gonna work the same muscles, just a little bit less effort. You go 5 more here. Keep breathing, 4. Round slightly through the upper back, 3. Keep breathing, 2. Last one, switch side. Right knee to the chest, open it out. Your left leg is steady, just open and close. Try not to twist the hips, and again, if you need, left knee on the floor, that's gonna be your supported version. You're still switching on the side of your glutes, you're still switching on everything, really. Let's go 4 more. Final push, in 3. It's 2. Last one, extend your legs, join your legs together, stay there. Option 1, that's your stillness. If you need to lower your knees, do it. If you come with me, rock the weight forward and back to finish off. 10 seconds and you're out. Let's go. Forward and back. Rest from the toes. 8, 7, 6. Child's pose in 5. Lengthen, squeeze your inner thighs. 4, and 3, 2, 1. Relax. Flip your palms if it feels good. Give yourself a moment to land and breathe. And then walk your hands towards you. If it's okay to kneel, interlock your fingers behind your back and take first a nice stretch for the shoulders. Open the chest. Maybe move your head gently right and left. Shake your wrists. Let's take a quick stretch into seated, so you can move into a seated figure of 4. Have your right foot on your left thigh, hands behind you, open the chest. If you feel enough stretch here, don't do anything else, but if you like to, move forward with the hips and try to almost arch your back. So open chest. Good, and then slowly let it go and swap side. Left foot on your right thigh. Again, gently open across the chest. Eventually you can move the weight of the body completely forward. Breathe slowly, let your neck relax. Great, and now meet me into a butterfly position with feet and knees apart. Very gently open across the chest to sit tall, and as you exhale, release all the way down. You can catch your toes. You can release your head. Press your knees down gradually And when you're ready, come all the way back and up. We close here today, so take just a nice stretch up. We need it to feel the length, and then hands at the center of your heart. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope your body feels really energized, ready to tackle whatever you have to do today, or just to go to sleep. Have a nice rest of your day and see you soon.